Welcome to Villeneuve d'Ascq here in France. EuroCup Women's semi-final as Villeneuve d'Ascq take on Athinaikos, and we could be in for an absolute classic tonight. Athinaikos bring with them a 13-point lead from the opening game. So Villeneuve d'Ascq are going to have to ask for every little bit of noise from their home crowd here to overturn that deficit and make it through to the final. Both teams now deep in their warm-ups right now. The other semi-final has just finished. These teams now know who they would be facing in the final. It would be Mersin. They have won 86-60 this evening on their home floor against Montpellier. And they won by 2 in the first leg. So an 18-point aggregate win for Mersin. And that is who awaits the winner of our semi-final tie here today. As I said, Athinaikos taking in a comfortable 13-point lead into this game. Will that be enough? Will Villeneuve d'Ascq be able to overcome that? Here is the road to the final. As you can see, our two teams here. Athinaikos had to overcome Avenida in the quarterfinals. Villeneuve d'Ascq had to defeat Estudiantes. And we'll allow the graphics people a break in this one, because it literally has just finished in Mersin. But it is Jukurova, it's Mersin who will be in the final after beating Montpellier. So what a game these two had last week in the first leg of this semi-final team. Villeneuve d'Ascq looked good early on, but Athinaikos, as soon as they found their rhythm, it was kind of towards the latter stage of the first quarter, early in the second, Athinaikos really did not look back. Villeneuve d'Ascq will be leaning on the home crowd here this evening to try and overturn that double-digit deficit, but will it be enough? Or can Athinaikos under coach Calcidou weather the storm and return to the final of EuroCup Women for the first time in a decade? Both teams now will be introduced here to the crowd. Without doubt, Athinaikos, a team on a mission, as I say, over a decade since they've been to this stage of a major European competition. They're looking to return to the heights of European basketball, the dizzy heights. They've been there, done that before. They are previous EuroCup Women's champions. Can they deliver tonight? They are but 3 games away potentially from that title, from the trophy. But there is a big game ahead of them here. They do have an impressive 13-point lead on the aggregate score heading into this game. Athinaikos being introduced, and you have to say they are a real credit to this club. They've brought together a very strong roster, and alongside that, an exceptionally good world-class coaching team to lead them. But right now here in France, it will be purely down, in my mind, to how well they deal with this pressure, to this hostile environment this evening. Can they close their minds off? Can they just focus in on the job at hand? If they can, they could be heading to the final. Now for the home team, Villeneuve d'Ascq. I think it's fair to say they're old hands at playing at this level. They're reigning EuroCup Women champions. They're in the EuroLeague Women's title game just a couple of years ago. As they start to make their way to the floor, they have real depth of quality and experience in their roster. But that said, at times in that first leg last week, they were made to look a little bit average. They didn't impose themselves or dominate the game maybe the way they would have liked to, and I'm sure that Coach Bizat has taken an awful lot of lessons from that game. To be fair, I think both teams probably have. One of the deciding factors or who will be heading through to the final is maybe who learns the most from that first leg in Athens last week. Who is receptive to adjusting, adapting, and going to the next level today. Could be the team that come away with the spot in the final. The final again over 2 legs, home and away. That will take place early in April. Details of that will be confirmed in the next couple of days or so as the details are sorted out with the 2 final teams. Both teams now head to the huddle. The coaches shake hands and say hello to the officials as we get ready and get locked in. Under 5 minutes away from our opening tip-off here. Here are your officials: Ivana Ivanovic, Zdenko Tomasovic and Jan Balone from Serbia, Slovakia and Czechia respectively. And now the teams will lock in for their final warm-ups. Here's the starting 5 for Athinaikos. They'll start with Winterburn, Pavlopoulou, Tadic, Prince and Parks. Expect the likes of Ratza, Anigwe, Miller, as well as Sinake to come off the bench and have an impact for Coach Kaltsadou. Let's head to the other end of the floor. Here's the 5 to start for Villeneuve Dask. It's Peterson, Shelry, Milapi, Alston and Tahan. Again, plenty coming off the bench, the likes of Fal, Palnikova, Paget, Coadio could have a big impact in the game today. And there is Coach Bizat getting ready for some final preparations, that final huddle. And he knows that his team will need a good start. They trail by 13. They cannot afford to waste any minutes here on their home floor. Coach Kaltsadou will have to manage the emotions and the pressure, the mental side of the game for her team today, as well as the tactical side. Some of them are experienced getting to these stages of these competitions, but not all of them. And it does bring different pressures. No two ways about that.
Okay, Anna, don't find volley here. Okay, don't rush. See screens for you. Yeah, don't rush. Okay, wait for them and go over. If you have the pass direct inside, okay, if you see that this player helps, find legs, find the high low. Okay, if nothing.
Okay, keep the ball alive. If we don't find the angle, no problem. No problem. Hey, step by step, every single action. Nothing easy. No rebound. No easy bucket.
Il a dit je veux que personne ne s'assoie tant que le FBL n'a pas mis son premier panier. Son premier panier dans cette rencontre, tout le monde reste debout. Le clapping de cette rencontre, attention, ça fait les
Well, both fives are making their way to the floor here. Semi-final leg number 2. The crowd are ready and getting locked in as the thunderclap goes around the arena. Well, the crowd are certainly ready for this game. I hope you are at home as well. Villeneuve Dask certainly do feed off this home crowd. Only lost one game all season here on their home floor. That was the home tie in the round of, the first playoff round That said, they'd already established a pretty comfortable 28-point lead, so maybe they took their foot off the gas a little bit in that game. They could be charged with that, maybe. I'll have a ceremonial tip-off before our official tip-off. And the pressure continues to build here. The longer this goes, the more pressure that sits on the shoulders of these two teams. Here we go. Second leg of this EuroCup Women's semi-final underway. Villeneuve Dask against Athinaikos. Athinaikos bring a 13-point lead into the game here today. Will it be enough? Pavlopoulou back to Prince. Pavlopoulou, a little bit of mismatch, tries to exploit, not there. Rebound pulled down by Shelly. High screen comes up. Peterson away to Milapi. Peterson again behind the back, and that's a turnover. Unnecessary creativity there from Peterson, really. Prince now hands it on to Winterburn, whips it around, catch and shoot on the wing. That's a bright start. Prince for three. Prince had 16 points last week. A real versatile threat, Alexis Prince. Peterson, little shot fake to create space, and she'll get first points of the game for Villeneuve Dask. To Alexis, going to scoreboard first. Tadic now, along to Anna Tadic. She too had a big game last week, 13 points, 8 rebounds. At times, Villeneuve Dask really did struggle to find a way to stop her. To Hahn, with the score. A brisk start to the game. Just an issue that we need to deal with. Baseline ball for Athinaikos. A little bit of a take two on that play. Winterburn. Catch and shoot on the wing, not this time. Marks with the miss. As always here, the band bring the noise and the crowd rise to the occasion. Peterson will drive down the middle. Pavlopoulou with the foul. Not sure what Peterson was asking for there. Well, I know what she was asking for. I don't know where it came from, though, particularly. Back in possession now, though. All the way round to Hahn for three. Not this time. Prince now will fly down the floor. Kicks it out. Pavlopoulou for three. over the front of the rim and away. The Athinaikos lead will stay at 1. Almost stolen away, just deflected out of bounds by Winterburn. Down into the low block. Park's trying to stay strong. Forces the fade away. Tadic open at the top, won't take it. Parks will for the 3. Another big triple for Athinaikos. Second triple of the game already. And it is a 17-point gap right now if you count the aggregate score from the first leg as well. Floating right hand is good. Smart play by Alston. Pavlopoulou at the free throw line. Pulled at that one a little. Sherry with another rebound. It's stolen back, is it, by Tadic, though? And it will be Villeneuve Dask ball. Both teams battling hard for every possession. Alston causes the disruption. It's an awkward looking 3 though. She'll get another chance. Won't take it. We'll reset again. Sherry for 3, way downtown. Alexia Sherry. Here's Villeneuve Dask the lead. Winterburn all the way through. Parks is open. Short this time. Will get her own rebound though and skip to the glass. But Sherry with a good defensive stand. Villeneuve Dask will regain possession. That's a big shot from a long way downtown. 43% three-point shooter though, the 27-year-old. Parks comes out of the game for Athinaikos as Peterson comes out for Villeneuve Dask. Into the action. For Villeneuve Dask is Paget and foul. Ratza comes in for Athinaikos. Alston harassed by Winterburn. Gets a shot away. Foul with a nice big rebound on the offensive end. Paget for 3, and the new introduction straight away, bringing a little bit of fire to the French team. 4-point lead now for Villeneuve Dask. The aggregate gap is at 9. Prince down low, good ball movement. Tadic wide open for the long 2. And that is absolutely in range for Anna Tadic. Sherry for another 3. Oh, we've got a wedgie. Not what Sherry would have wanted, and a little bit maybe too quick to take that shot. Tahana comes out of the game. So seeing Sineke come in as Pavlopoulou comes out. Yale is in. Inbounds the ball to Paget. Yale step back 3. Back of the iron and away. Prince once again looks to accelerate down the floor. Paget will be called for the foul as she has to stop that one. to love the simplicity of this offensive philosophy from Prince. She just wants to get out and push the tempo. More changes for Athinaikos as Hristova comes in. Just about 4 minutes left in this first quarter. That's a look to the back door. That gets closed off though. Anigwe stolen away. Paget now bringing it up the floor. Alston pulls the trigger on the three. That one's in and out. Scramble for the rebound. Ratzer looked like she held on to it, but I think foul knocked the ball while she was out of bounds. Yeah, she did. It caught her leg. Alston will come out of the game. Back in comes Peterson. Interesting to see if they play Paget or Peterson off ball now. Foul whistled. Hristova just with a little half hesitation, and that got Sukna foul on the back foot, and foul will pick up that foul, and into the game comes Diamond Miller for Athinaikos as Hristova heads to the line. 82% free throw shooter, the Bulgarian. Another change here. Both teams really running their rotations hard here in the early stages. 9-player rotation for Athinaikos so far. Same for Villeneuve Dask. Kind of tells you that both coaches think this one is going to go to the wire. Could even have overtime written on it. But right now it's certainly advantage Athinaikos as Hristova ties the game on the night and restores the 13-point aggregate lead that Athinaikos have here. Paget. Oh, thrown away. Hristova will come down the floor, one-on-one. Nice pass away. Fortunately, Miller steps out of bounds. That'll be baseline ball for Villeneuve Dask. Peterson for the tough mid-range jumper. Stepped in to draw the contact, stepped away, and there's a turnover. A very simple mistake by Athinaikos, giving a little bit more momentum to the home team. Almost think a 5 or 6 point lead for Villeneuve Dask at the end of this first quarter would be a very good start to their comeback fight. Long two for foul, high rebound, and Anigwe bats it down and eventually gains control. Athinaikos. Hristova now will attack. Knocked out of bounds by Peterson. Athinaikos ball. Miller, that's an air ball. Hristova will scoop it up, but only 6 on the shot clock. Stolen back to Hahn. Under 2 to play in this first quarter. Peterson with the hesitation, draws heavy contact from Anigwe. Drawing in Anigwe with that little hesitation. Paget, oh, nice move. Drew the defense into the jumper, then ducks in. Takes it to the rack instead. Timeout's going to be called here by Coach Kalsadu. 1 minute and 43 seconds left in his first quarter. Right now, Villeneuve Dask hold on to a 4-point lead on the back of that little left-hand shovel shot from Paget. And it will be a very tactical game tonight. Aggregate games, aggregate ties always are. You have to monitor the ebb and flow of the game because, yes, you're dealing with the emotion of the 40 minutes that are in front of you today, but you're also constantly in the back of your mind trying to level that out with the current overall position. Because although Athinaikos trail by 4 on the evening, they still lead by 9 right now. It is not panic stations. Miller, baseline drive, tries to step through. Foul's going to get whistled. Not sure who that will be whistled again. It'll either be Milapi or Yale. Is it that extended arm from Milapi? Either way, Miller heads to the line for 2. The first is no good. Has struggled in this competition from the free throw line, Diamond Miller. Only game day 4 for her, to be fair, but she's 50% from the line and she's 50% that trip. We'll see Yale come out of the game and Palenikova come in. Peterson mid-range, not this time. Anigwe with the rebound. Turned over, received the pass way too deep in Coffin corner. And Peterson will make her pay. And now it's a 5-point lead and a turnover. Villeneuve Dask absolutely in the ascendancy. Not quite a turnover, in fact, just deflected out of bounds. But Coach Bizat feeling the moment. Miller into Anigwe. Oh, that's old school. Take you back to the textbook. The drop step to the rim. Read what side the defense is leaning on you and use it to spin yourself the other way. Peterson now waits for the screen from Milapi. Kicked all the way through, short corner 2. In and out. Ristova with the rebound. Athinaikos trying to play with pace. Anigwe on the trail. Oh, and dominoes. Skittles in the hardwood as both Tahan and Paget end up on the floor. The fans are calling for the travel. But either way, Anigwe is headed to the line. Yeah, Tahan absolutely moving laterally. 16.2 seconds left in the quarter. Coach Bizan not happy. First is good. First trip of the night for Anigwe to the line, a 75% free throw shooter. think that was aimed at the Villeneuve Dask bench. In fact, no, it is a technical foul. I think on Coach Bizat. He's still not happy. Needs to be careful. Christopher comes to the line for the technical free throw. And she misses. And now Christina Nigwe will come back for her second free throw. Trying to bring Athinaikos back to within a single point, and she does. Down by 1 on the night, up by 12 on aggregate Athinaikos. And to a certain degree, Athinaikos will certainly think job done for this first quarter so far. Paget back to Peterson, 3 on the shot clock. Peterson will put something up. No, she won't. She'll just run it out of bounds. And that will be the end of the first quarter here in Villeneuve Dask. And right now, Villeneuve Dask have only just made a little dent in the deficit that they arrived into this game with. End of the first quarter, it's Villeneuve Dask 18, Athinaikos 17. Welcome back to Villeneuve Dask at the end of the first quarter here in this EuroCup Women's semi-final second leg. Right now, Villeneuve Dask hold a single-point lead, but trail by 12 on aggregate. Athinaikos weathered that early storm. Good defensive stand this time, though. Palanikova with the good defensive performance. The jumper's no good, though. And to be fair, there have been some rash decisions from Villeneuve Dask. There were in the first leg. There have been so far this evening. They're not building their offenses. Anigwe, spin move, fade away, no good. Sherry with the rebound. Alston waits for the screen from Milapi. Palenikova down low. Milapi fades away. Off target, though. Almost stolen away. Miller all the way through to Radza for 3. That's a big shot. Athinaikos take the lead on the night. And they take the noise out of the arena here. Peterson now. Lob pass inside. Oh, that is a perfect millimeter precision pass from Peterson to Milapi, who ties us back up at 20 apiece. Anigwe has it stolen away by Peterson. Alston To Peterson, open in the slot for three. Not this time. Scramble for the rebound. Eventually won by Pavlopoulou. Ratza hands it to the trail of Inigwe, but that will be a travel by Inigwe. Tadic will come back in. Alston bringing it up over the half, guarded closely by the Great Britain international Holly Winterburn, the former EuroCup Women's champion with London Lions 2 seasons ago. Holly Winterburn. Ball stolen away, Miller now scrambling to regain control. She just about does. Miller, hesitation off the glass, draws the foul from Palanikova. Yeah, arms all in. Got drawn, the body momentum changed after that little hesitation. Palanikova will come out of the game. Back in comes Tahan. Miller at the line for two. Well, that one looked like it was down, but bobbles away. Second is good. We'll see a change though. Miller comes out. Prince comes back in. Once again, both teams running their rotations hard, wanting to keep fresh legs on the floor. Both teams running a 10-player rotation. Tahan hands it away. Dive inside off the glass for two. Alston, smart controlled play by the veteran. Baseline drive, Winterburn all the way through though. Pavlopoulou in and out for the three. Tadic will run down the rebound. Prince for three. Oh, not a beautiful shot, that one. A little awkward looking. Melapi on the roll will get the score. Prince, floating right hand is good as Melapi struggles to get back after hitting the deck at the other end. Alston, good defensive stand by Winterburn. Long outlet pass. Three ball will go up. Oh, that's not a pretty one from Ratza. Hand went up as acknowledgement almost as soon as she let go of the shot. Sherry inside, off the glass. A little loose with that finish. Foul's going to be whistled on Peterson. Trying to dive into that passing lane, but mistimed the move. Foul back into the game. Paget back into the game. Prince trying to feed Tadic. Good, aggressive, tenacious defense by Emmanuel Tahan. Down low now, Cherie against Prince. Spin move, drop step. Foul will be called on Alexis Prince. First foul of the game for her. First foul of the quarter for Athinaikos as well. Sherry at the line. First trip of the night. First is no good. An 83% shooter this season. Alexia Sherry had 12.6 rebounds against Athinaikos last week. Gets the second to go. Takes a personal tally to 4 points as well as 5 rebounds. Yale comes in for Sherry now. Little 2-2-1 press. Offered up by Villeneuve Dask. Broken with ease though by Athinaikos. Relies on foul with the rim protection at the back. Tadic getting overly aggressive on the floor. And the crowd taking the opportunity to jump on her back about it. Technical foul is going to be called on Tadic. And this could be costly for Athinaikos if they're not careful. Alston heads to the other end of the floor. And misses the free throw. Both teams struggling early from the free throw line. 1 from 3 for Villeneuve Dask, 6 from 9 for Athinaikos. Dive in, no good. A little scoop shot. Struggle to find the angle that Tahan needed off the glass. Down low, Tadic now. She's going to go to work. No, she's not. Kicks it out, gets it back. Nice interchange between Tadic and Winterburn. Giving Tadic the ball deeper, more secure in the paint. That one ties us back up at 25 apiece. Remember, Athinaikos have brought a 13-point aggregate lead into this leg. Yale rolls it in, the 3 ball. 38% this season from outside, Olivia Yale. A little over 4 minutes to go, and Villeneuve Dask would love a little run here to give them some momentum and confidence at the half. Winterburn baseline, whips it all the way through. My goodness me, what a catch that was by Robin Parks. Tadic for 3, over the rim and away. Foul to Paget. Paget inside, skip to the weak side, catch and shoot. Yale comes up short, looks to run it down, but the ball will bounce out of bounds. That's the 3 ball moments earlier. The only thing separating these two teams right now tonight. Coach Calsadou nervously patrolling those sidelines. Know how much this game hangs in the balance, but also a EuroCup winning coach with the London Lions. First ever coach to lead a British team to a European club title on either men's or women's. Pavlopoulou tries to find Tadic down low. Foul jumps over and into the passing lane. Three minutes left in this first half. Alston. Tahan. In and out. A little flat with the release. Didn't quite get the arc needed. Pavlopoulou, too heavy. Tadic with the rebound, reads the defense, goes inside, and one. Anna Tadic. Big play, quietens the crowd. Heads to the line for the bonus. Nice little pump fake to get foul up into the air. Tadic heads to the line. First trip of the night for Tadic. Very, very good free throw shooter, Tadic. Half cursed her there. I was going to tell you that she hadn't missed a free throw all season. Hasn't taken tons and tons, but hadn't missed a free throw at all in EuroCup Women this season. Peterson now. And that's a kick ball by Winterburn. Sherry's going to come back in. Out of the game comes Tahan. Oh, Sherry's on the floor, having taken a shot to the face by the looks of it. Coach Bizat is asking the officials to review it. I think she got tangled up with Prince. Didn't see it myself. My attention wasn't there. I think the officials are going to go to the review. And we will get to see the replay of exactly what happened. You'll be able to give your thoughts, your views. In fact, it wasn't with Prince, it was Parks. Is it that right arm rises up into the face of Sherry? You're not going to see it on that camera angle. That's the aftermath. This one might help. No, it's going to focus on the ball. It is a long way off the ball. That's the only one. I think that might be an unsportsmanlike, you know. From Robin Parks, the arm goes up, the elbow goes up very high. Look. Yeah, that's surely. What are you thinking at home? How are you calling this one? I think the official's going to put that one into an unsportsmanlike foul. It rocks Sherry's head backwards. No other camera angles, I think, capture it really, because it's off ball. It's so far off ball. It's literally as far away as it could be. That is the only angle they've got. That elbow's very high. Interesting to see how they interpret this. Officials have made their mind up. They're coming back to the floor. In fact, they're saying they're not upgrading it at all. It will just be a sideline ball for Villeneuve Dask. Wasn't a coach's challenge, that was the officials going to the replay for that one. Peterson now to Paget, and another behind the back pass from Villeneuve Dask. Second time they've done it, second time it's been a turnover. I'm all for creativity in basketball, but for me there is a little bit of time and place when you're down by 12 on an aggregate basis. It's not the time or the place, even more so when it's a semi-final. Prince. Down to Tadic. Winterburn. Back to Tadic. Shot clock at 6. Three is no good. Rebound falls kindly into the hands of Peterson. Long outlet pass. Oh, that is a beautiful pass by Peterson. And the bucket is good for Tahan. Three-point lead for Villeneuve Dask on the night. Still a 10-point lead for Athinaikos on the tie. Avlopoulos for three. ties us back up again, and that's all Athinaikos have to do all night. They just have to keep the game super close. Oh, the pass inside, no good. Deflected off a Athinaikos hand though, but Villeneuve Dask will get the ball back with 11 seconds on the shot clock and a minute left on the first half clock, as we see the three from Pavlopoulou drop in. Ratsa comes in, Pavlopoulou heads out. With that, a timeout will be called. 1 minute left in the first half. It's Villeneuve Dask, Athinaikos, both on 30.
Manu, regarde si on peut avoir ça. Ok, vite, over outside. Ok, right after. Alexia. Screen left, we can have this pass. Ok, after. Michou. Screen Alexia. Ok, screen Alexia, plutôt pour qu'elle aille dans le flare pick. Et tu flash. Allez. Ensemble.
An important timeout, 1 minute left in the first half. An opportunity for both coaches really to try and seize a little bit of positivity or just something to take into that half-time locker room to fuel their team to come back out even tougher in the second half. Stolen away, Prince in the passing lane. All the way, coast to coast, Parks with the score. Athinaikos in the lead. Paget, Athinaikos try and chase out Peterson. Out of bounds, I think, by Winterburn, so 14 seconds thrown up onto the shot clock for Villeneuve Dask to work with. Oh, off the back, that is cheeky. Beyond belief, both literally and metaphorically. A cheeky play by Peterson to tie the game back up again. Look at this. Throws it off the backside of Ratsa. Puts it off the glass for two. Timeout called here. 28.8 seconds left in the first half.
Press break. Okay, press break. Now. Rob, you will press break and you will push the ball. Okay? You will go in whichever side is not the key. It's not 31. Okay? Whichever guard is here. Big. Go opposite from Sachin, 31, for a second, go for a post-up. Okay? Find the ball inside.
Both coaches using their timeouts, maximising their possessions in these closing seconds of the first half. We're all tied up 32 apiece on the night. Athinaikos up by 13 on aggregate. Ratza inbounds to Winterburn. Parks now trying to shake Tahan. Hands it back to Winterburn, guarded by Paget. Gonna back away inside, will draw the foul. Villeneuve Dask has got a foul to give. 10 seconds to play, sideline ball for Athinaikos. Winterburn now. Dips through, big steps all the way through. Tadic with the offensive rebound. They'll have to go up quickly, they won't. And that is the halftime buzzer ringing out in the arena here. And there is nothing to separate these two on the night. At the half, it is Villeneuve Dask 32, Athinaikos 32. But remember, Athinaikos have a 13-point lead on aggregate at this point. We'll be back with the second half of this EuroCup Women's semi-final second leg. Please make sure you don't go anywhere.
Et où ces filles? Saint-Michel, c'est où ça, Saint-Michel? C'est à Tourcoing. D'accord, vous allez bien? Ma mère est un petit peu plus petite que là. Vous avez quel âge, vous? En moyenne? Votre âge? 13, 14. Et vous? Est-ce que vous êtes capable de les battre à la loyale? Oui, vous êtes sûr? On fait égalité? Ok, c'est parti. Chez moi, on tient par là? Saint-Michel, ici, on part bien du milieu de terrain, on va jouer pendant 4 minutes et on démarre dans exactement 5 secondes. 4, 3, 2, 1, c'est parti. Allez, il reste 15 secondes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop! Alors, verdict, est-ce que les petites de Saint-Michel ont battu les grandes de Chéran? Les points ou paniers, Pascal? Points. Vous me donnez les points ou les paniers? Est-ce que vous me donnez les points ou les paniers? Ok, on fait le calcul déjà. Calcul final. D'accord. 30 pour l'équipe de Chéran et 51 pour Saint-Michel. Est-ce qu'on peut les applaudir, mesdames et messieurs, s'il vous plaît? Allez, c'était le jeu 1, 2, 3 pare-brise à notre partenaire. Elle a encore 7 minutes à pare-brise de cette rencontre.
shot or attack, spacing with Anna. Okay, depends if you go here, you open up. If you attack here, you go on the other side. The next one, it will be chest 5. Chest 5. I want number 31 away from the screen. Away from the pick and roll. So, it depends. If it is...
Welcome back to Villeneuve Dask. We're at the halfway stage of the second leg of this EuroCup Women's semi-final between Villeneuve Dask and Athinaikos. On the night, nothing, not even a sheet of paper could separate these two. It's 32 to Villeneuve Dask, 32 to Athinaikos. The only thing that does create the difference is Athinaikos have brought a 13-point lead in from that first leg back in Athens last week. So, Villeneuve Dask certainly on the back foot. They haven't made a dent into that deficit at all in the first 20 minutes. They now have 20 minutes left to overturn that 13-point gap they currently face. Second half action underway. Athinaikos get us underway. Pavlopoulou hands it to Parks. Parks glides to the basket. Strong, controlled move. Early lead for Athinaikos in this second half. Tahan. Glides inside, nothing there. The little shovel interior pass is missed by Millipede. Winterburn all the way through. Villeneuve Dask coming out of the halftime locker room lackadaisical right now. 4-point lead for Athinaikos. And Peterson does need to be careful lifting that arm. Pavlopoulou comes in to exact her own revenge. Four-point lead on the night. 17-point lead on aggregate for Athinaikos. Tahan kicks it out. All the way through. Long outlet pass will just roll out of bounds. Good defensive stand again by Athinaikos. Can they continue to grow this lead? Prince now. No rush for the Greek team at all. Prince short two. In and out. Tadic scrambling for the rebound and pulls it down. Pavlopoulou pulls up at the free throw line. Hits another jumper. And Coach Bizat furious on the sidelines. His team have come out half asleep in this second half and they are being punished right now. A 6-0 run for Athinaikos pushes the home team into a timeout.
Hey, let's go. Hey, we need to come back, be more connected. Don't let forget under the ring. Be aggressive, finish with the foul. Next one, 0-1, 0-1. Okay? Hey, we need to be tough, girls. We didn't come back, now we have to come back. Let's go.
Let's go. Villeneuve. Let's go.
Nothing technical or tactical about that timeout from Coach Bizat. That's just a rallying cry. Just a wake-up call for his team. Didn't even use the full timeout. Baseline ball for Villeneuve Dask. How will they react out of that huddle? They have to react, and they have to react quickly. Well, this Semi-final will slip away from them before they even know it. Peterson hands it away. Alston for three. That's exactly what Coach Bizan wanted from his team. Some energy, some electricity, and more importantly, a bucket. Prince hands it away to Parks. Waits for the screen from Tadic, but Tadic fades away for the pass instead. Prince for three, blocked by Sherry. And now it's stolen away. That's the reaction that the home fans wanted, but Prince chases down and swats it away. Good defensive transition for Athinaikos that time. Sherry hands it to Peterson. Three in the slot, not this time for Alston. Foul called. Baseline ball for Villeneuve Dask. Long two. Long rebound. Prince reaches up and pulls that one down. Oh, what a pass. Winterburn, millimeter perfect to Tadic. 5-point lead now for Athinaikos this evening. 18 on the tie. Tahan, a little half hesitation, will draw the foul from Winterburn. There's the pass. Precision down to Tadic for the two. Tahan at the line for two. First will roll in. 5 points now on the night for Tahan, as well as 3 steals. Make that 6 points. Two-2-1 half press really from Villeneuve Dask. Parks will hit the three. No, she won't. Whip to the corner. Prince now. Back to Pavlopoulou. Athinaikos just spacing the floor and slowing the game down. Pavlopoulou for three. Not this time. Tadic with another offensive rebound. Double team drops. Now she'll kick it out. Prince for three. Comes up short. This time the rebound falls favourably for Villeneuve Dask. Wide open on the weak side. Alston. Quick release, no good. Stolen away, Peterson. Behind the back, will have to pull it away. Hands it to Cherie. Oh, over the rim. Foul will be whistled. And Cherie will be heading to the line for shots. Cherie now at the line. First is no good as she looks to the sky for inspiration. The second is good. Down low to Tadic, now to Prince. Oh, what a move! Prince with that quick first step. Left her defender for dust. Foul whistled on Winterburn. Second foul of the game on her. Coach Caltadou relatively content right now with how her team are playing. Into the game comes Sinake. Out of the game comes Pavlopoulou. Alston heading to the line. Athinaikos in the penalty early in this quarter. Villeneuve Dask yet to be whistled for a foul this quarter. Could be a way back in for Villeneuve Dask from the free throw line. Alston now up to 9 points personal. Athinaikos' lead trimmed down to just 3. Well, 3 on the night, 16 on aggregate. Villeneuve Dask sitting in this 2-3 zone. Now it switches into a matchup. Parks trying to shake things up. Instead, it's stolen away. Peterson with a big outlet pass. Strong move to the basket by Tahan. And it's a 1-point ball game now. Villeneuve Dask starting to get some momentum, some rhythm in this game. On the floor. How's she going to get that one away? She just about does. It's a scramble. Jump ball will be called. Villeneuve Dask players starting to show some determination, a little bit more grit than maybe they've shown early on in this tie. Marie Paget comes in as Alston comes out. The Villeneuve Dask faithful never step down. They always bring the noise. Peterson now off the glass, and right there at the run from Villeneuve Dask gets them back in the lead on the night and brings them to within 12 on aggregate. Coach Caltadou has seen enough. She wants to talk it over. This is not going her way now. Athinaikos started this second half well, but things have gone a little bit more the French team's way in the last couple of minutes.
Keep moving. Even if you see zone or anything, don't take the ball. Keep moving. Let's go, Elab. Elab. Okay. Come up. Good screen. Okay, good screen. Be aggressive. Stay out. Ready for this pass if they play head. Roll in and take good position inside. Okay? Hey, don't slow down. Please, let's go.
Coach Caltadou proving herself in recent seasons to be a rising star in European basketball. Could this be another huge season for her here with Athinaikos? If they come away with the EuroCup Women's Trophy, my goodness me, that tells you an awful lot about the pedigree and quality of Coach Caltadou. Villeneuve Dask lead by a single point right now. Trail by 12 on aggregate though. Winterburn. Foul is called off the ball. I think it's on Paget with the illegal block. 14 seconds back on the shot clock. Baseline ball for Athinaikos. And that will be a turnover. No, it won't. Let's have a look what the officials say. They will work together. Good teamwork from the officials. Baseline ball for Villeneuve Dask. Stolen away, good hands. Athinaikos will get the score, will return the lead to the Greek team. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Foul called. Parks will come out of the game as Ratza comes in. Also into the game comes Hristova, but at the line right now, Villeneuve Dask continue to perform. Tahan with the first of her 2 free throws. Misses the second though, so we're all tied up at 44 apiece. Prince now. Hristova slows it down. No rush for Athinaikos. They can play patient basketball. They do have to keep pushing for some offense. Shari just shoves Hristova out of bounds. We'll see another change here. Millipede comes out as Foul comes in. We're also going to see Alston come back into the game as Peterson heads out. And Igwe comes in for Athinaikos as Tadic will take a seat. Real game of chess at times, this one between these two coaches. Making sure they've got the right pieces on the board at the right time. And a nice, easy finish off the glass for Hristova. Alston, stolen away, but off the leg of Prince, so it will remain Villeneuve Dask ball, but they've only got 7 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Hristova going strong to the basket and just composure and control. It's really down to Villeneuve Dask now to make a change. They've got to do something different. If they carry on playing the same style of basketball the same way for the next 13 minutes, they are heading out. Paget, maybe she's the change they need. Marie Paget hits a big triple. Athinaikos back to Hristova. Little rip through to the basket. Good strong stand by Alston. Prince for the 2. Another big shot by Prince, up to 9 points, as well as 7 rebounds now. Sherry on the mismatch, takes a defender on the spin, draws the foul and heading to the free throw line. There's the 3 ball from Paget, off balance, tough shot. Sherry just 1 from 4 from the free throw line so far this evening. Usually a very, very good free throw shooter. The first is no good, and she's in her own head right now. 1 from 5. Converts to tie the game. 2.5 minutes left in this quarter. Athinaikos slowing it down, calling for the screen. It's going to be a screen down though for Hristova. Ratza against Paget. Steps through. And will draw the foul. No, it will be a shot clock violation. I think it is a good no call by the officials. And Paget is that light bulb for Villeneuve Dask right now. She's bringing energy and hustle and heart. Look what it means to her. A team need to feed off that. The crowd need to feed off that and lift this game. Athinaikos need to just stay composed. They are doing exactly that and have done all game so far. Foul's going to be whistled on Miller. A technical foul has been given out as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, Miller just stepping across, knocking her to the floor. I think it's Ratzer that's been whistled for the technical foul. I think it's the continual. Well, in fact, maybe not. Maybe it's a warning for a technical. In fact, it is a technical foul. Oh, and Paget can't hit the free throw. Now heading to the line for the actual free throws. Tahan, and she'll miss the first. And Villeneuve Dask are having a nightmare from the free throw line. 7 from 16 right now. They usually shoot 85%. They are shooting 50%. They would usually have an extra 5 or 6 points on the board, and how much would that make a difference today? Sinike. Anigwe hands it back. Hristova. Shot clock down to 3. Stolen away. Paget hands it on. Tahan. Oh, looked like she'd forced it, but fading away and hitting a tough shot. Now it's a 3-point lead for Villeneuve Dask. They're back to within 10 on aggregate. You feel if the French team get a stop here and score at the other end, Coach Calçadou will have to call a timeout even before the end of the third quarter. Hristova for 3. Foul's going to be whistled, and that will send the Bulgarian to the line for 3 free throws. Overzealous closeout on the shooter. Hristova now at the line. First is no good. Gets a second to go. Back for the third and final one. And does deliver. 1-point ball game on the night. 12-point lead for Athinaikos on aggregate. Final minute of this third quarter. Alston for 3. Skips over the front of the rim, off the glass and away. Hristova, Anigwe, travelling violation on Anigwe. Coach Calçadou looks philosophically up at the scoreboard. Back into the action comes Miller P as Val heads to the bench. Peterson now. About a 15-second difference between the shot clock and the quarter clock. Alston looks at the 3, turns it down. Tahan will not, and hits a big 3 in the corner. 4-point lead on the night, and the gap on aggregate is single digits now. That's a big moment in the game. Foul, however, will be called on Tahan, who Just doesn't get that foot on the sideline. Yeah, just on the back foot. Both teams in the penalty, but only 12.1 seconds in the quarter left. Athinaikos. Finding the long way round, stolen away. Heave from the half. Not this time. Wow, a very intriguing close to the quarter. Has that opened the door for a Villeneuve Dask comeback? On the night, they lead by 4 against Athinaikos. They're down by 9 on aggregate. 10 minutes left in this semi-final matchup. Well, just 10 minutes left here in the EuroCup Women's semi-final second leg between Villeneuve Dask and Athinaikos. The French team lead by 4 on the night. The Greek team lead by 9 on aggregate. This one is going to go to the wire. Athinaikos now have to hold their nerve. Miller almost loses the handle, recovers, 3-ball. That's just going to clip the front of the rim. Peterson rises up high, 3rd board of the game for her. To Hahn. Down to Alston, knocked away. Miller with good quick hands. Blocking foul will be called on to Hahn as she barrels over Yale in the process. Sideline ball for Athinaikos. They have looked so composed all game. They've not dealt with the emotion badly. They've kept it all controlled. Christopher backs it out. 3-ball, high arcing, comes down with a little bit of snow, but nothing else. Foul's been whistled. Alston whistled for the foul. Athinaikos ball. Crowd don't like it. Coach Bizan don't like it. It's the right call though. Miller trying to find a way through. Offensive foul as she swings the elbows. Baseline ball now for Villeneuve Dask. Cherie's going to come into the game for Villeneuve Dask. Out of the game heads to Hahn. Double change here as Prince and Tadic come in. Miller and Anigwe head to the bench for Athinaikos. Alston crosses through off the glass, big play. Amarist Alston really starting to step up now. Leads all scorers with 11. Second highest score with 11. Tahan has 15. Inside, Hristova. Back out to Prince. Prince against Cherie, long two. That is a good looking shot from Alexis Prince. Alston going the long way around Tadic. Foul will be whistled. Alston earns herself 2 free throws. Yeah, Tadic with a hip check, a little arm hook. Always going to be the way. Tadic not going to run. Going to win a foot race with Amarist Alston. 2 from 3 so far this evening from the free throw line. Alston. 86% across the season. Goes 2 from 2 for that trip, and now it's a 6-point lead on the night. Athinaikos' aggregate lead is down to 7. Prince is going to look to back Peterson down. Ball comes out to Ratza. Good move. Kept the ball nice and close, nice and protected as she peeled her way through that defense. Alston will get the roll, and Amarist Alston now starting to take the game over for Villeneuve Dask. Pavlopoulou to Prince. Oh, that's a big shot. Alexis Prince cannot give her that space. Her second triple of the game, 14 points now for the American. Under 7 minutes to play. Peterson. Oh, a little drawback and draws the foul. Swagger to the fans. Heading to the line for the chance of a 3-point play. Palenikova comes into the game. Peterson at the line. And it's now a 6-point ball game on aggregate in favor of Athinaikos. Sorry, a 7-point ball game. Pavlopoulou to Tadic. Pavlopoulou looking to go all the way through. Hristova. Shot clock at 5, spins. Tough play. Tadic with a huge offensive rebound. Peterson whistled for the foul. She wanted it on the floor. Tadic will head to the line instead. Tadic 0 from 1 so far from the free throw line this evening. We're heading to the review. Not sure what they're looking at. But the, I don't know if you've noticed, the replay for the rest review is almost perfectly in time to the music here in the arena. So it's almost like a bit of a noughties music video at the moment. Maybe that's just my mind drifting. But yeah, Peterson looking for the foul on the floor. Just a regular foul, 2 shots awarded to Tadic. I think they were looking maybe to see if it could be upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul with Peterson potentially not playing at the ball. Winterburn comes into the game for Athinaikos. First is good for Tadic. She is a very good free throw shooter. Doesn't get the second to go though. Villeneuve Dask will hold the 5-point lead here. Under 6.5 minutes left on the game clock. Alston. Offensive foul's going to be called on Milapi. Gets into a wrestling match, I think, with Winterburn down in the paint. Baseline ball for Athinaikos. Prince for 3, not this time. Looked to be in rhythm for that, but just a little flat with a trajectory in it. Bounces away. Alston, can she continue to open things up for Villeneuve Dask? Another offensive foul on Milapi, an illegal screen again against Winterburn. Back-to-back turnovers for Milapi. Let's have a look. Yes, absolutely the right call. Nowhere near stationary. Pavlopoulou hands it away. Tadic will spill possession though. Plenikova will have to come out. And Villeneuve Dask will look to build their offense now. Sherry down low against Winterburn, mismatch, fades away, tough shot. Alexia Sherry, 7 points, 5 boards now for the French international. Winterburn not really standing a chance in that matchup. Now the game opens up a little bit further, starts to edge towards the wire. With 5:28 to play, it's a 7-point lead for Villeneuve Dask on the night, but only a 6-point lead on aggregate now for Athinaikos.
Go to the rim to get the contact. We play high for Ivana. Legs this side, Ivana this side. But don't forget this player after. Okay? Look for the pass. If nothing, try to find it from one side or the other. But send a good screen to keep defense occupied.
Both teams return to the floor. This semi-final absolutely resting on a knife edge right now. Under 5.5 minutes to play. Villeneuve Dask up by 7 on the night, but Athinaikos still up by 6 on aggregate. Pavlopoulou to Prince. Now to Ratzer in the low block. She'll take Palenikova to the bucket, and the double team collapses on her. Villeneuve Dask, another opportunity to close things out a bit further. Sherry back to Alston. Alston kicks it to the wing. Not a pretty looking shot, but Sherry scoops up the scraps and gets the score. My goodness me. Now it is a 4-point aggregate lead for Athinaikos, no more. Prince down low, trying to drop step against Alston. Foul, I think, will be called on Amarist Alston. Crowd don't like that one. Coach Galtadou sits down. Pressure pouring on her team right now. Technical foul's been whistled, I think, on Coach Bizat. And Prince will head to the line for a technical free throw. It's a crazy time for the coach to get a technical. His team in the ascendancy. And now he's put them on the back foot. Prince will head to the line for the 2 regular foul free throws now. Coach Bizan celebrates that one like they've won a trophy. Gets a second. Back out to a 6-point aggregate lead for Athinaikos. Back into the game comes Parks. Every possession, every roster change, every rotation, it means so much right now. Alston. Milapi has had a tough phase of the game. And that is a time to step up. Villeneuve Dask up by 9 on the night, down by 4 on aggregate. Winterburn to Tadic. To Prince. 4 on the shot clock. Prince inside, a big stand. Foul will be whistled on Sherry. Almost a shot clock violation. Prince reads it well, gets a shot away and draws the contact. There's the first attempt. Palenikova with a great stop and just a stand. Now Prince at the line. Misses the first again. 2 from 4 this evening. Fans doing what they can here. The second is good though. Athinaikos down by 8 on the night, up by 5 on aggregate. Peterson, lane opens up, but then quickly closes. Stolen away, Winterburn, great hands, great read. Dives down the floor, won't get the score. Prince with the offensive rebound. She will, and one. That has taken the noise out of the arena here. Coach Caltadou shows her appreciation from the bench. Big crash of the glass by Prince. Palenikova just moving forward the whole time. Prince at the line for the chance of the 3-point play. Converts the 3-point play. Athinaikos trail by 5 on the night, but are up by 8 on aggregate. Alston now for 3. Brave shot, big shot. Amarist Alston really come to life in this second half. 18 points personal, leads all scorers. Sorry, 1 behind Prince, in fact. Tadic kicks it out. Ratzer now to Parks. Shot clock at 6. Possession almost spilled. Parks will have to create on her own. Tadic won't get it away. Good defensive stand by Villeneuve Dask. Out of the game comes Palenikova. Into the game comes Paget. Paget now. Has to get up to speed instantly. Alston uses the Millipede screen. Millipede gets it back, draws the foul from Parks. Millipede will walk straight to the free throw line. Starts all ball, but then goes across the arms. First free throws of the night for the 30-year-old. The first is good. Marie-Michelle Millipede, pressure on her shoulders. Oh, and she just brushes it away. 10-point lead for Villeneuve Dask on the night. A 3-point lead for Athinaikos on aggregate. This one is absolutely going to the wire. And that is thrown away. Another turnover for Athinaikos. Pressure building on the Greek team. Crowd adding to that. Just over 2 minutes to play. Did say in the pre-game that the 13-point lead might take us to overtime. Peterson travelling violation. Just caught between two minds on that play. Winterburn now running the point for Athinaikos. 2 minutes left on the game clock. Athinaikos lead by 3 on aggregate. Prince steps in. Tough shot yet again. Alexis Prince, 22 points now. Just 1 rebound short of another double-double for her. Alston trying to find a way through. It's not a pretty looking shot. Long rebound pulled in by Paget. Final 90 seconds. Athinaikos with a 5-point lead. Offensive foul called on Millipede as Winterburn gets knocked to the floor. Third offensive foul on Millipede against Winterburn in this game. Trailing left arm, catches Winterburn. I think they're going to go and have a look at the replay to see if it should be upgraded as well to an unsportsmanlike. I don't think it should from that very brief angle we just saw, but we'll see. The officials are heading there. What do you think? Let's have a look at the replay. Doesn't look intentional, it just looks a piece of momentum. Maybe it is. Although intentional isn't the only thing about the unsportsmanlike. Looks pretty similar to a certain degree with regards to contact and the other elements to the play at the other end of the floor, really, where Parks turned to move and run. And Robin Parks' arm hit the face of Cherie. Let's see what they say. It will just stay as an offensive foul, a regular foul, so sideline ball for Athinaikos. They trail by 8 on the night. They're up by 5 on aggregate. 1 minute and 23 seconds to play. Prince now. Wants to take it over against Millipede. Millipede stays in front of her for now. There's the switch on the screen. Foul will be called on Cherie. That will send Prince to the line for 2 shots. Prince 4 from 6 so far this evening. little over a minute to play. The first is good. Currently a 2-possession ball game. Prince makes this one, it becomes a 3-possession ball game. And she does. That is some serious calmness under pressure. Peterson now, final minute of the game. Is this the final minute of Villeneuve Dasc's European campaign? Alston for 3. High rebound, Millipede scrabbling, ball falls to Winterburn. Pressure has to be applied for Villeneuve Dasc now. They can't be off ball. This is way too much space. That's more what they need. They don't have time to let them run the clock. Parks, crossover, step back, jumper. Not this time. Sherry with the rebound. Now some urgency needed from Villeneuve Dasc. 20 seconds left. Foul will be whistled on Tadic. Just no urgency from the French team. It's like they're just walking in the park right now. Should be playing the game like they're walking on fire. 16.3 seconds to play. Tahan comes back in. Peterson really needs to make both these free throws. Hits the first. Makes a personal tally up to 14. Has 4 rebounds and 8 assists as well. Will it be for nothing though? Out to an 8-point lead on the night, but Athinaikos lead by 5 on aggregate. 16.3 seconds to play. Timeout called by Coach Kaltsidou.
Ivana out of bounds, legs, and Anna, okay? Rob, Holly. Rob, you scream for Holly, okay? And you come and you scream for legs, okay? After your screen, Rob, come out from screen of Anna, okay? I want the ball to go to legs. Be ready, they will foul. You will receive a screen for Holly. Come here to the corner, receive the ball.
Well, a huge 16.3 seconds left. Athinaikos will advance the ball. They'll give up the full 24-second shot clock. They're not going to need it, really. They'll be fouled almost instantly, or should be. Ball inbounded to Winterburn. She's bundled off the court immediately, but she'll head straight to the free throw line. Winterburn just 2 points this evening. She's averaging almost 10 a game. Does have 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Hasn't been to the free throw line though. 70% across the campaign. The first is no good. Makes the second. Athinaikos within 7 on the night. Up by 6 on aggregate. This time it's coach Bizan to call the timeout for Villeneuve Dasc.
Mettre le deuxième temps, et Alexia, vite. Les choux, my bad. M, Michou, and M, Michou, Mep, Alexia, Alexis. Okay, please, compete. Cross the middle for Alexia, Mep, for Alexia, Michou, compete. First one, second one, M, after the screen, on the corner. The third one will be on the corner if we don't find it. Okay, for you. Allez, let's go.
Without doubt, Athinaikos in the driver's seat right now. A huge ask for Villeneuve Dask. They may lead by 7 on the night. They trail by 6 on aggregate. Skip past to Sherry. Peterson for 3. No, long rebound. Winterburn pulls it in. Will draw the foul. And she'll walk the full length of the floor to the other free throw line. Just needs to make 1 to take it out to a 3-possession ball game. Athinaikos are on the edge now. Doesn't get the second to go. 5 seconds remaining. Foul's going to be whistled, I think, on Ratsa. Villeneuve Dask lead by 6 on the night. They trail by 7 on aggregate. It has been 15 years since Athinaikos made it this far in this competition. It has been 16 years since they won this competition. First is good for Milapi. 3.5 seconds to go. Athinaikos are close to writing another chapter in their club's history. And they will. What a performance from Athinaikos. The buzzer goes, the celebrations will start. A huge performance on the road. They may have lost on the night, but it's Athinaikos who will head through to the EuroCup Women final. My goodness me. Unbelievable. 16 years since they won this trophy. Are they about to return to the top of the podium? Coach Calcino is hyped. Her team are hyped. They are now potentially 2 games away from the title. Standing in front of them in a little under a month's time will be Mersin. That is a big, big final. What a game we've had here, though, in Villeneuve Dask. It's been drama all the way to the final buzzer. And the final score is Villeneuve Dask 78, Athinaikos 70. It's the Greek team that will face the Turkish team in the final of the 2026 EuroCup Women. Thank you so much for joining me. I will leave you with these celebrity scenes here in Villeneuve Dask. All smiles on the Athinaikos faces as they have earned their way through to this year's final. Wonderful, wonderful performance from the Greek team. And now their attention will turn to Mersin. Can they pick up the trophy? For Villeneuve Dask, it's heartbreak. Their challenge to retain the EuroCup Women's title comes to an end here this evening. But what a game. Final score, Villeneuve Dask 78, Athinaikos 70. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'm sure I'll see you all again courtside very soon.
Innovation encore pour les Italiens. Innovation, s'il vous plaît. Innovation pour les Italiens. Merci.